takeoff.
Runway DFW Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff on voice 421.
American 2465, reduce the final approach speed.
Go to final maximum set.
Envoy 4004, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, line up voice.
18 left, line up for weight, only 4004.
United 2853.
I invite you to stand by for the main portion of our program. We're still setting up a couple things, so hang in there with us. We'll be right back with you on Runway DFW.
Skywards 5195, that's to be Alpha, hold short, runway 18 right.
That's to be Alpha.
Envoy 4004 on after Laren, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
On after Laren, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff on board 4004.
United 2853.
Tower, Sky 6521, on the visual 18 right.
Skywards 6521 Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, hold short, that's 3 Bravo, across the traffic.
20 right, clear to land, hold the Bravo, cross the traffic.
Envoy 3421, comes out departure.
Departure on board 3421.
Envoy 3391, visual 18 right. Envoy 3391 Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, hold short, up, that's 3 Bravo, across the traffic.
Clear to land. Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
United 2853, been trying to call you. Pull up, hold short, runway 18 left. United 2853. Skywards 4958, that's to be Echo Alpha, hold short, runway 18 left.
Echo Alpha, hold short, 18 left, Skywards.
Envoy 4004, comes out departure.
Departure runway 4014.
Skywards 324, cross runway 18 left, contact ground 0.85. American 1415, DFW Tower, runway 13 right, clear to land, wind 170.10.
Only 3391, reduce the final approach speed.
Final approach speed, only 3391. Skywards 5195, landed traffic will hold short as intersection cross runway 18 right, hold short, runway 18 left. OSU 5641, DFW Tower, RNAV to B Park, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
RNAV to B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, OSU 5641.
American 2465 Tower, that's to be Echo Alpha, hold short, runway 18 left.
Echo Alpha, clear 1. Tower, American 1317, 18 right.
American 1415 Tower, land 18 clear at 10, runway 13 right, clear to land. American 1317 DFW Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, hold short of that 3 Bravo, across the traffic.
20 right, clear to land, short Bravo, American 1317.
American I-45 Heavy, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, line of voice, PRJ is on the way.
Line up the weight, 18 left, American 945 Heavy.
American 2034, test to be up Bravo and hold short, runway 18 right.
American 1370, reduce your final approach speed. We're pulling it back.
American I-45 Heavy, no delay on your roll on after Laren, runway 18 left, clear to takeoff.
RNAV Laird, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 945 Heavy.
United 2853. Skywards 6521, that's to be Echo Alpha, hold short, runway 18 left. Blue 5641, that's at the point. taxiway Bravo, we'll cross the traffic.
Good landing 1 right, hold short Bravo, right 7.
American 2635 Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, hold short of taxiway Bravo, we'll cross the traffic.
Clear to land, was that clear to land 18 right, 2635, hold short Bravo?
Affirmative.
Clear to land 2635, hold short Bravo, clear to land.
Scout 5195, that Alpha, cross runway 18 left, contact ground 285, pull up, hold short of golf. Scout was 4958 at Alpha, cross runway 18 left, contact ground 285. American 945 heavy, that's all departure.
Switching to American 945 heavy.
Envoy 3391, Golf 8, cross runway 18 left, contact ground 25.
Golf 8, cross 28 left, and on the other side, only 3391.
American 2465, cross runway 18 left, contact ground point 85. American 2834, Atlanta traffic 4, hold short, LV interception, cross runway 18 right, hold short, runway 18 left. American 1415, to left. Yeah, Alpha, hold short, runway 18 right.
With a camera. The following program comes to you in color.
Runway 18 left, line of 4, envoy 3991.
All right, so what are we? I think we're about 9 minutes late tonight. I apologize to you. And wherever you are on this big blue marble, be it night, be it day, be it somewhere in between, we're here with you again with another edition of Runway DFW After Dark. My name is Walt. I will be your guide through the evening of plane spotting here. We'll be with you around till about 10:30-ish. So I hope that if you've got your evening unblocked, you can spend a few minutes with us here on Runway DFW. We are here at Founders Plaza on the northwest side of DFW Airport, overlooking runways 18 left and 18 right. We're in South Flow tonight. Do we have our South Flow? I guess not. Let me get that for you. It helps if you can see how the runways are laid out, especially if you're new to DFW Airport. And oh, here it is. Here's our South Flow map. So our location is up there at the top of the screen where it says Runway DFW in blue. That's where we're located. And so we're overlooking runways 18 left and 18 right here on the west side of the big airport. And so that's where we will be watching the planes from. We will occasionally poke our lens over to the east side to catch any notable arrivals over there. But for now, this is where we are. So let's see if things are working here as far as our greetings to everybody. Jennifer Rutherford says, my new job is by love, so I get to plane spot every day. Well, that sounds great. So we have Cranky OG757 chiding me for being late. That's an early departure for most airlines. He quips. Thank you, Chip. Chip, one of our great quad jet members. Heath Shelton, channel member, says, get your smoking jackets on. It's time for a new episode of Runway DFW After Dark. So let's get to plane spotting, shall we? Our first arrival is going to be American Eagle Flight 39. Sorry, check that. I'm wrong right off the bat tonight. 3696. This is coming in from Sioux Falls. It'll be an Embraer 175LR. And so one reason I'm late, I have an excuse, right? Is that setting up our camera 2, which provides us with generally with our backup view, I couldn't get the video cable plugged into it, and I didn't want to force it because it's kind of a delicate situation. So I've had to supplement our camera views with this camera, and yeah, it looks pretty dark because that's one of our daytime camcorder cameras. So we'll use that infrequently, but that's what we got going today. We do have 2 supplemental cameras. We've got this one giving us the wide shot over there, and then kind of a side view over here. So hello everybody. Let's see, here comes the American Eagle flight. There's quite the cloud cover tonight. So we've got kind of a cloudy sky backdrop, which is illuminated by the airport and by the city lights. There is an aircraft taking off now, flight 2417, American Airlines off to Mexico City. There it is, it's a 737-800. Got some news this week that Aeromexico is adding a second daily flight betwixt here and the capital city of Mexico. And that'll start, I can't remember when the start date was, but it's a little later this year. So there you can see, kind of, we've got a 747 and an MD-11 hanging out over there. I'll show you the difference between our cameras here. There's our daytime camera there, and here's our nighttime camera. The daytime cameras do very well. They're Panasonic camcorders, and they really do a nice job in the daylight, but once the sun goes down, not so much. So this Queen of the Skies is getting loaded up, as you can see. Let's see, we've got Texas Girl checking in. Hello, Texas Girl, a channel member for 10 months now. Good evening, Walt. I'm in Galveston tonight. As if you were here on Saturday, Texas Girl stopped by for a short period of time and let us know she was about to go on a cruise, which set sail from Galveston. So, Texas Girl, do have a most wonderful trip. Headed out from Galveston. I hope the seas are calm and the weather is nice for you. And thank you for all your support of the channel, both financially and in person. Jennifer Rutherford, a member for 4 months, a Twin Jet member. Hi, Walt. I got news. I'm getting married in Dublin. Whoa! Congratulations. I've had a birthday song. I don't think I have any wedding music, so maybe we'll dig some up before that happens. But congratulations to you. Kevin says, Walt, you've got a Singapore cargo coming in at 9:49 from Anchorage. Well, thank you, Kevin. We will look for that. Warren Rodriguez says, hi, everyone. Good evening from the East Coast of the USA. Kagan Orem 9041 Jefferson County Deputy Sheriff says, my birthday is February 29th, or 25th, sorry. Walt, hopefully you'll be streaming that day. Well, we'll see. Yeah, February 29th birthday. I don't think we get that this year, do we? We don't have a leap year this year. All right, we have a plane about to land here. It'll be American Flight American Eagle 3632 from Farrago in the Dakotas. Let's check it out here on Runway DFW After Dark.
DFW Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, hold short of taxiway Bravo for crossing traffic.
Max Comiskey. Hey, what's up from Denver? What's up from the Mile High City? O'Malley, a Quadjet channel member and a moderator, says, seems like the night camera works better at night. Well, the night camera also works very well during the day, but it doesn't have quite the zoom range of our camcorders.
DFW Tower, runway 18 right, clear to land, hold short of taxiway Bravo for crossing traffic.
American Flight 1060, 737-800 arriving from Austin, Texas. And not too far behind it is a Viva Aerobus Flight 676. That'll be an Airbus A320 coming in from Monterrey in Mexico. Larry Brown, a Twinjet member now for 21 months, one of our earliest supporters. Good evening from a warmer southeast Pennsylvania, above freezing. And Luke, the random spotter, a channel member now for 15 months. 15 months seems like that long since Cranky Dork Fest, and ironically, that's the next trip. Up next in my editing queue. Thanks again for the quality streams. Well, thank you for your support of the channel, Luke, and more importantly than that, for your friendship. All right, the colorful Viva Aerobus from south of the border is just about to enter our viewpoint here.
18 left, 8 forward, clear for takeoff on 35 minutes.
Skywell 6188, DFW Tower, runway 11 on 3.
Right behind this plane, American Airlines Flight 584 from Tucson, Arizona. It'll be an Airbus A321. Trying something a little different tonight, in addition to not having our secondary camera. We've got our two auxiliary cameras are wireless. Well, all of our other, this is the only camera that's not wireless tonight. So we're going to see if this works. because we had some issues with our wireless camera, so our wireless backup camera on Saturday, and I found that I had to reinstall the app on the smartphone which provides that camera view, so that seemed to work. Or it seems to be working, I guess I should say. So I probably need to dial up the exposure on this one just a tad. This flight from Tucson. Next in the queue, a flight from Reno, Nevada. And that's me adjusting the level of this camera for optimal. Let's see what we got here. United. I'm waiting until it gets far enough away so I can see what the flight number was on this one. United 2853, a 737-800, off to the Smile High City. Texas Girl, thank you for gifting 10 Runway DFW memberships. That is extremely generous of you, and I thank you for that. Got all sorts of messages coming in this afternoon or this evening. Ms. Wolf13, one of our mods, gets a membership out of the Texas Girl contribution. So does Mike Reef, Matthew Peck, Aaron F., Navy Jack, Buffalo Sabres 4296, Alex Summerfield, German Pilot Meinhardt, Adam Turner, and B. Strieg. Texas Girl, you've made those people happy tonight. Thank you. GE with a $2 super chat. Thank you, GE, for that. Groundhog Day, February 2nd. Hi from Punxsutawney. You actually live in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania? That is cool. Thank you, GE. Jimmy Henry, watching on the big screen from Paint Lick, Kentucky. We've been happy to have you with us before. If I remember, I think we only have one viewer in Paint Lick, Kentucky. O'Malley, another one of our long-term members, says, I'm barely legal. Being here for 21 months, get it? So thank you, O'Malley, for being a Tri-Jet member of the channel. Ron C says a new lens might make the night camera a day-night camera. Well, no, the issue. Well, here's the issue with the lens. I'm still not happy with the balance of this camera here. Hold on a second. The thing about this nighttime lens that I have is that it doesn't go very wide. I think this only goes to 200 millimeters wide, which is not very wide. And although we're kind of far away from the action here, and so it works out pretty well, I do like to mix things up with a wide shot every now and then. So I have been looking at another zoom lens that we could use at night, which goes a lot wider than this one. It just doesn't have as much zoom to it. And this one goes up to 600 millimeters, zooming in. And that's without kicking in any extra pixel magnification to make the picture even bigger. But I think is what we're doing here. We've got this zoomed in digitally just a little bit. So that plane's off to San Diego. This arriving plane is an Airbus A380 coming in from El Paso, flight 1769, American Airlines. When I see an American Airlines A380, I think, how old is that plane? Because they're usually on the older end of the scale, and indeed, this one is as well. In fact, it comes to us from the year 1999. So that is a celebrating 25 year. Well, it'll be celebrating 26 years later. It celebrated its 25th year last month.
Break 1535, Echo Alpha, hold short, runway 18 left.
Alright, Echo Alpha, hold short, 18 left, Mark 1535.
American 1769 at Whiskey Lima. Ashley, go ahead and continue southbound on Echo. Call ramp, get your spot, confirm and advise American 1769.
Southbound on Echo, and we'll call the ground and get our spot, American 1769.
So what do we have there for you on the channel? American Flight 3159 coming in from San Francisco, an Airbus A321. We have pushing back now from the UPS, from the world of UPS. We can't see too much of it quite yet. It's flight 751. Sorry. Yeah, 751 UPS. We just see the tail of it here. That's a 767 going to the World Port in Louisville. This plane was brand new as of last March. So, one of your newer 767s flying around.
Hey, good evening, Dallas American 2970 with you, visual 18 right, loading us. It was practical.
American 2970, DFW runway 18 right, clear to land.
Trident Ken says, good evening all. Looks like another fine night down there. It's really nice tonight. 53 degrees, almost no wind. Coming out of the south at just a gentle 5 miles an hour. So I couldn't ask for too much more here at the end of a January day. El Gato, a twin jet member now for 17 months. Hello, Walt from Buenos Aires, Argentina. El Gato, mucho apreciado.
Whiskey Kilo, hold short, runway 18 left.
Whiskey Kilo, hold short, 18 left, 446.
We have people watching from around the world, and we're glad that you are here. Jennifer Rutherford says, I'd pay extra for an only Walt's stream of just the camera pointing at Walt. And you know, I thought about that, but I don't see what the attraction is to that. I mean, I'm glad that you feel it would be nice, but I don't know. I guess if there's a great demand for it, it can be considered, but I think people come here to see the planes. Kurt Pope is saying good evening, getting ready for an early flight to DFW tomorrow morning. Ah. Well, set your alarm, don't be late.
American 1535 and American 3159 at Alpha, both cross runway 18 left, turn right at Foxtrot and hold short of...
Emery Yurtis with a $5 super chat, who says, it looks like DFW dropped to third busiest after LAX in terms of passengers in the U.S. And, you know, we've talked about this before. There are so many different ways that you can classify and quantify how busy an airport is. Let's see. Where did I see that? So I'm looking at an article now, the busiest world airports of 2024. Now this is compiled by OAG, which does a lot of statistical, you know, they collect statistics about airports. And the top 10, they rank the top 10 by seats, how many seats each airport delivers. And in the U.S., and this is worldwide, so by seats in the U.S., Atlanta's number one. Dallas-Fort Worth number 5 with 51,500,000 seats. Denver number 6, and Chicago O'Hare number 10. And there's not any mention there of LAX using that metric. Here's the 767 now headed out. So if it makes a hard right turn here, it'll be going across the bridge to the east side of the airport. And that is what it looks like it is doing. So yeah, you can measure airport traffic by seat miles, by number of seats, by number of planes. It's kind of like, you know, I'm in the TV world, and that's my real job, and so I get, if you're a TV station, you can kind of say, you know, you can look at the ratings and adjust them to your audience. You know, if you're trying to get, you know, even if you're not the number one show, if you've got a show that appeals to the 18 to 35 crowd, which is favorited by advertisers, then you're doing okay. I've looked at the we have ratings too. YouTube gives us ratings as well, and our strength is in an older audience. Now we have younger viewers, but for the most part, our audience skews a little older than the TikTok crowd, I would say. Doug Jackson says, howdy folks, welcome to DFW. The Peacock A380 down in Australia has been a channel member for 7 months. Looking good, Walt, in the Moderation Federation. Good day. Good day to you. Do people really say good day down there, or is that just become a become a cliche?
American 2667, RNAV to B Park, clear for takeoff, runway 18 left.
American Flight 2667 is about to take off for Las Vegas, I believe it is. Yes, Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A321, and arriving just as this is taking off is a flight from Las Vegas. That one is a Frontier flight, 3456. An easy one to remember. And so we should get a glimpse of that after this takes off. That'll be an Airbus A320neo. So let's see, this one is about to lift off. There it goes. We'll pull back here.
2970 at Alpha Cross runway 18 left. Taxi Alpha, Hotel Alpha, Bravo Bridge, contact ground, point 6 Bravo top.
Didn't get a very good look at that one, but it had on its tail El Rey the Elk. And here's another Frontier flight. This one's going to Denver. And that there is Hunter the Bobcat, lighting up the tail.
Cross 18 right, hold short, 18 left, thank you, pass 711.
Smoke and Slice Barbecue says hello everyone, sitting here on the couch with Harper, enjoying the stream. Harper is the newest addition to the Smoke and Slice family. Weren't you going to send me some pictures? I don't think I got them if you did. Now, I've mentioned this before, where you see all of these flashing red lights down there. That is the construction zone for the new Terminal F here at DFW Airport. Jackie Hughes says, I'm from Australia, adding that the other day it was 37 degrees, and of course that's Celsius to us in the non-Celsius part of the world, which is not, the non-Celsius part of the world is not that big, I think. I don't know. I remember as a child, the the idea was that the metric system is going to take over, and someday we will all be on the metric system. Well, that hasn't happened here in the U.S. yet, anyway. Tanya Vasseur, who is, did I click that? I thought I did. Well, I saw a message from Tanya Vasseur. There she is. On break, see you soon, Walt. Tanya works over there at UPS, and she messages us every now and again, and we're glad to salute our UPS workers over there who are busy loading up cargo. I guess they're loading this one up from both sides. Is that right? Looks that way. I guess the lower deck's being loaded on the right side of the plane as we're looking at it, and the upper deck on the left side there. Taja Reddy says, hi Walt, new subscriber here. We are just behind you. Well, they must be in a car because they're not, I don't see them over there, but thank you for being new subscribers. Stuart Kircher says hello to all from Christchurch, New Zealand. 3:11 p.m. watching live and loving it. And he favors us with a New Zealand 20 super chat. Is that dollar? I don't know what the currency is in New Zealand. Is it dollars? But thank you for that. Oh, I should mention that our friend Kevin from Wellington Flights Live is going to be starting up a live stream just about the time we end. So we've set things up so that when this goes off the air, when we go off the air, it'll encourage you to go visit Kevin at Wellington Flights Live if you just want to stay up the rest of the night and hang out and watch planes. Kevin always puts on a great stream. And Stuart, it says here, it's the 5th time you have favored us with a super chat, so thank you so much for that. Ron C says the UPS said their USPS contract should keep them busy for a while, and he's talking about UPS, which has a contract with the U.S. Postal Service, which they took over from FedEx last year. So yeah, it has been a little busier here at night in the post-holiday season than it probably was last year at this time. Dennis Kentonen says, hi Walt, love your channel. Well, thank you so much for your kind words. Jennifer Rutherford, who's a channel member, says, I'm so excited because I'm going to be flying on an A380 to London to go to Dublin. Yes, that is an exciting prospect. I did get to fly on one last year, as I've told our viewers many a time, on Korean Air from LAX to Seoul. And that was a great treat to do that. I'm going to try it again this year, except this time I think I'm going to try getting on the Korean Air 747. I've never been on a 747, and that's my #1 plane to see. So I'll see if I can make that happen. Austin Swafford says, hey Walt, it's almost my birthday. Almost your birthday. Your birthday. Birthday. So, happy future birthday to you, Austin. Happy birthday to everybody who's celebrating today, tomorrow, this week, or even, we're on the cusp of February, so even next month. Happy birthday. All right, a happy birthday salute to all Runway DFW viewers who might be celebrating or know somebody who is. The Peacock A380 says, I'm loving the new lens, looking oh so sharp. Pencil in September 1st for our arrival at DFW. Yes, the Peacock A380 and is coming here on the first flight, or I don't know if that's the first one or one of the first, on the A380. He and Tate, who is a flight attendant for Qantas, and so yeah, we after a summer drought of A380 here at Founders Plaza, we will very much be looking forward to the arrival, or the return actually, of the Qantas A380 here to DFW. The A380 flew here before the pandemic and then was suspended when Qantas came back with flights from Sydney. Those flights were resumed with Dreamliners. So it's my understanding that when Qantas resumes A380 service here, it won't be a daily flight on the A380, but I guess it'll be a mix between the A380 and a Dreamliner. So yes, looking forward to that. And that's, are you going to stick around then, the Peacock A380, and go to LAX from here for the Cranky Dork Fest weekend? That'll be a couple of weekends away from there. So we'll see what happens there. And a lot of people will say, what is this Cranky Dork Fest you speak of? Cranky Dork Fest is an event. Well, it's part of a series of events at LAX, Los Angeles International Airport. And I don't have the date in front of me, but I think it's like the second Saturday in September is Cranky Dork Fest. The night before that, there's a Spot LAX soiree high atop the H Hotel, and Kevin and Rudy will be broadcasting from there. So it's just a fun weekend. So if you're a plane spotter, look that up. Look up Cranky Dork Fest on your computer and see what's going on. Here's American Flight 2267. It's a 737-800. This one's going to Kansas City. Here on Runway DFW After Dark. Just joining us, welcome. We do this 2-3 times a week with live broadcasting, generally speaking, from DFW Airport, but we will venture over to Dallas Love Field now and again when conditions warrant. We've kind of standardized on a Saturday afternoon stream from here at DFW, but that does depend on the weather to some extent. Got an American Airlines flight coming in from Phoenix, flight 3173. It'll be an Airbus A321, which is about to land right now, so we may get a shot of both these aircraft in the same view here momentarily. Maybe. Oh, there we go.
Dallas 267 power on B Park, runway 18 left, good to go.
B Park, 18 left, good to go.
American 2267 comes up for American 3173, Whiskey Lima, hold short, runway 18 left.
Whiskey Lima, hold short, runway 31.
Queen of the Sky still being packed up over there. Okay, the Peacock A380 says August 11th is the first Qantas A380 return to DFW. I got to circle my calendar for that. But we have plans for an extended trip flying into Dallas, then on to Anaheim and Los Angeles for Dorkfest. Well, thank you for that update. I will be sure to look for you guys. Spot LAX September 12th through the 14th with Cranky Dorkfest on Saturday, September 13th. Y'all, see you there. Thank you for the that update. I should have those dates kind of inscribed here on my camera somewhere. Smoke and Slice Barbecue says, Walt, I sent the pictures to your email. I will look for those. Thank you for that. Kurt Pope says, I can't wait. I'm getting my first flight on the JAL A350. Ooh, I've heard good things about that particular aircraft. Those are brand new pretty much. Austin Swafford says, I'll be at the Grand Hyatt DFW on the 31st and 1st on Saturday and Friday. Okay, I get that. That sounds like a great place to watch planes from here. Kevin says, just got off UPS this afternoon and now watching Runway DFW. What could be better than propping your feet up at home and watching other people work while you have a cold beverage? Kevin says Turkish Airlines is pushing back right now. It is going to Istanbul, of course. See if we can find that here for you with our super lens. It is taxiing now. And there it is. It's a Dreamliner -9. It is going to Istanbul. Now, typically, it is directed for takeoff to go over to the east side of the airport facility. Not the best for our purposes, but we can at least look at it a little bit here. And somebody had asked earlier about the British Airways A380 flight today. And I don't see one on the docket for today. Nor do I see one for, this is the 28th, right? Nor do I see one for yesterday. What's happening there? I don't know. Unless they've changed the flight number from flight 193. Anybody has any clues about that? Chime in. When we were here on Saturday, the scheduled Airbus A380 flight on British Airways had been shifted over to, I believe it was a 777 on that day. Although on Sunday, it was, that would be the 26th. It would have been, let's see, does it show up here? Yeah, on the 26th, it was operated by an Airbus A380. But we have not had a British Airways flight in here since the 26th. So I don't know what's going on there. Haven't heard anything. Vince Kowalski says, I'm old and cranky and my wife calls me a dork. Perhaps I need to attend Cranky Dork Fest. Well, I would urge anyone who's got an interest in aviation to attend if you can. The Cranky Dork Fest part is free. That's on the Saturday at the park adjacent to the In-N-Out Burger on the northeast side of LAX. Here goes American Airlines Flight 576 to Austin. Spot LAX, which is a New York. Well, it's run by, I think NYC Aviation is behind the Spot LAX event, and they have a soiree at the H Hotel on the Friday night of that weekend, and that involves tickets, and there is limited availability, so it's advised to get your tickets early for that. I don't think they've gone on sale yet. I hear a propeller plane, which is why I kind of swung around so violently here. Martinair. That's a Martinair Flight 655 coming in from Tyler, Texas, on a Cessna 208B Super Cargo Master, which could well be the oldest plane we show you tonight.
1989.
Let's see if we can zero in on this a little bit. Jennifer wants to go to the Cranky Dork Fest. I've been there now 2 years in a row, and it's just great fun. We don't really have any other activity happening right now, so we'll watch this plane approaching us. Once again, this plane coming in from Tyler, Texas. It's a cargo operation. Martinair is here. Tyler is in East Texas. This flight only took 46 minutes. Here's Josh, our channel member, Quadjet channel member and moderator, Martinair Cargo Master Deluxe. And Ron C. is a fan of the Cessna Caravan. And I think we've settled it for Jennifer. She said, fine, I will go to the Cranky Dark Fest. And Gavin Hamilton says, small planes need love too. Indeed they do. Doug Hewson says, hope to fly in the A380 from Sydney in October. And Doug, we will be happy to say good day to you when you get here from that. ADZ62, good evening, Walt from Nova Scotia. Just sitting down after my shift to relax watching the plane action at DFW. Hope to see you again in 2025 when in Texas. Well, I hope to see you too. As I said, we're here a couple times a week, 2 or 3 usually, from Founders Plaza, which is a public area from which to watch planes. It's operated by the airport. It's a very nice place to keep track of what's going on here. as we look at Martin Air, another supercargo master. This one coming in from Abilene, Texas. That's the plane in the foreground, not the one in the background. And this one a little older than the last one.
1988.
So I was wrong. I thought the last supercargo master we saw might be the oldest plane we see tonight, but nay. I don't know if you saw, I didn't see it prominently featured in American media, but there was another aircraft incident in Korea today. I believe it involved an Airbus. I can't remember what designation it was. It was not in Seoul. It was at another Busan, I think it was. The plane caught fire. The plane was safely evacuated. Nobody was killed. There were a couple of minor injuries, but the plane looked like a total loss as far as fire goes. It was, the picture showed it really in flames. So we are very happy to report that nobody was seriously injured. I don't think they had a cause listed for that, at least not the last time I saw. Well, we're having a quiet evening here on a Tuesday night, aren't we? Katie Goodling says, thanks, Walt. My birthday is tomorrow. And again, happy birthday to you. We tried to play the birthday song once on a broadcast. Patrick says hello to his fellow Runway DFW Aviation lovers. Want to get up, go ahead. Walt, I know you have said it 1,000 times, but what flight radar do you use that shows the age of the plane? I can't find that info on FlightAware. Well, I use Flight Radar 24, and if you click on the icon of the plane, it will give you more information about said plane. And then there's another button that says more info, and then that gives you the age on almost every plane that it has in its database. There's some exceptions. But I don't know if that's a feature of the level that I have. I've got the business level of Flight Radar 24 because I feed Flight Radar 24 with data from a home receiver. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that's available on the free level of Flight Radar 24. So Jacob Loves Hockey said it was an Airbus A321 Air Busan caught fire. Scary. But, you know, it proves that the escape systems do work. Well, we've been here just about an hour now. Let me do this here and punch this in over here. You're watching Runway DFW After Dark. It's 8:35 here in the PM in the Central Time Zone of the U.S. My name is Walt, and we're here from calling out to you around the world from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Tanya says she's about to come out to the plane. So we'll be looking for you, Tanya. Tanya works over at UPS. David in Sandy Resort says, good evening, Walt. Knowing I'm 20 plus years older than the oldest plane tonight makes me feel old. Have a great show. Well, I won't tell you how that makes me feel, but I'm a little older than 20 years older than that plane. Phil S. says, is the camera on the west side of the airport? And yes, it is. We will once again display our exclusive imagery here. We're in South Flow tonight. The planes are coming in from the north, taking off to the south. And we are on the northwest side of the airport, where the blue Runway DFW logo is on that screen. We're overlooking runways 18 right and 18 left. In that kind of, and where that arrow is, it's kind of covering up where all the terminals are. So the terminals are in the middle of the airport, where that red arrow is. And yes, this is Runway DFW After Dark. That was a picture from a previous After Dark broadcast of a 747 getting loaded up. We've got a little different angle of it today because the Queen of the Skies is parked perpendicularly to that particular shot. Jacob loves hockey, enjoying the stream whilst drinking my hot chalky. MMC just tuned in, or is it MMIC? Just tuned in from the great city of G-Town. Glad to have you here. So it looks like there's some chatter about the age of the planes, and apparently on Flight Radar 24 it apparently does have some, it is some additional information you get when you have a higher level of, of membership. Hang on a second. I've knocked our auxiliary microphone off of its stand here. That's the microphone that is heard when I want to turn off my microphone, except that, but I want to make sure that you can hear what it sounds like here, so you can hear that in the background there. Stellar Hippo says loading the 747 was always a delight. The entire top side was electronic, so no pushing the cargo by hand. And there it goes into the cargo bay, Hal. I'd like to say thank you to Craig Russell, who's been a TriJet member now of this channel for 15 months. Although it says new member there, but that's not what it says here. So thank you, Craig. Stuart Kircher says, I've got to ask how many different planes do you get? Like we have Emirates as the biggest one, but sometimes we do get Singapore into Christchurch, New Zealand. I haven't tallied up the number of airlines that we see here. Of course, American is American and American Eagle are the big ones here. We do have pushing back, not there, but over to the right, another UPS flight. This flight 2750. It'll be an Airbus A300, and it's going to a location which is as yet unspecified on Flight Radar 24. I've got to tell you how I'm very surprised at how slow it is tonight here. All right, want to get up, go ahead. Says Flight Radar 24 requires a silver or gold membership to unlock the age of the plane and a few more statistics. So there is the information about that. Craig Russell, a Tri-Jet member for 15 months. Did we put this up before? No. Yes, I think we did. Well, if we didn't, we'll do it again. Mark Adine says, thanks for a nice, relaxing stream to end my workday. First time it will be, but we'll definitely tune in again. Greetings from Wellington, New Zealand. Well, I hope you can watch us through the end of our broadcast. We're going to send you to a fellow Wellingtonian, our friend Kevin at Wellington Flights Live, who's got a live stream which is booked for 11 p.m. Central Time here in the U.S. But anyway, 9, 10, so about 2 hours and 15 minutes from now is when Kevin's stream is due to start up, and we should be off the air by then because I've got to make sure we don't get ourselves sprinkled tonight, as our long-term viewers know. Founders Plaza, it has a lot of nice things about it, but one of the things that is a little works against us sometimes is that they turn on the sprinklers late at night, and it seems to be sometime close to 11 p.m. So I do want to make sure we get off the air by then. We will have chat stravaganza tonight for you. We weren't able to do it on Saturday because we were having some camera issues. Smoke and Slice Barbecue says, this is a great way to get my mind off the issues I'm having with my spine since my wreck. There's a lot of unknown about what is going to happen. Thank you, Walt. Well, we do know one thing, that you're going to power through this, and we are funneling all our good thoughts your way. Hey, we've got a plane that's about to land. Well, this is exciting. This will be a Delta Airbus A220 coming in from Salt Lake City, flight 2796, as it's about to come in over the shrubbery here on Runway DFW After Dark. A220 is a plane I've heard a lot of good things about. Never been on one. We've got the UPS A380 now poking its head out, and we'll see where it is headed. If it makes a jog here, okay, there it goes. So it's going to be taking off here from the west side of DFW Airport. The A300s typically that I've seen from UPS all date back to the early aughts. Let's see if we can illuminate you on as to that. This is a 24-year-old plane, so yeah, it's from the turn of the century. It'll be celebrating its 25th birthday next month. And this steps up to the plate to take off on runway 18 left. Coming in on 18 right, American Airlines flight 1806 from LaGuardia Airport in New York. Tanya says, move over to the 747. Well, all right, Tanya, we'll have you direct us. So hello to you over there. Shout out to all our UPS pals over there. With the American flight from LaGuardia.
With you, cross 20 right, start the ramp over to 51.
Phil S. says, got some very good camera equipment. The resolution is fantastic. Well, we thank you, and that is pretty much all attributable to channel sponsor James Webb. Thank you, James Webb, for loading us up with some really great gear. So there's the A300, and I do not know. Did we ever determine where this is bound?
Asiana 244 Heavy, if you start leaving, 11508, on my way right to the left. UBS 75, that's contact squad, good night.
Good park here, 75. Good night, thank you.
So no, we don't know where that's headed to. But we do know where this plane is headed to. It's the Flying Roo going to Sydney for Qantas Flight 8. It's a 7879 Dreamliner. And we will watch that take off, but not until after we see Asiana Cargo Flight 244, and this will be a 747 Queen of the Skies, 747-400 model, coming in from Chicago O'Hare. So let's get ready to rumble with that. Well, we're still about a minute away from seeing that flight. Let's hope that Qantas can kind of cool its jets here for a moment or two while we get the Queen of the Skies to arrive for us. When it's been slow, like a night like this, it's always satisfying to see a 747 touchdown. Looks like the Flying Roo has received clearance for takeoff, and that puts me in a dilemma, because we'd like to see this take off, but we really got to see the 747 landing, don't we? Maybe we'll catch them both in the same shot. How about that? All right, we got to pull away here. Well, okay, we were able to get the Qantas rotation in there for you. Once again, off to Sydney on a very long flight from Dallas-Fort Worth.
Heavy contact departure. Good night, guys. Asiana 244 Heavy, right turn Whiskey Mike. Charlie to the ramp this frequency. Thank you.
So where'd that big jet go? See if we can dial it in for you at long range. It's going long, as our friend Kevin at Airline Videos might say.
Bravo 8 is Echo, the Foxtrot Foxtrot, turn up from the 3007.
1997.
So there you have one of the older 747s that's flying about. 27 years old, be 28 years old in May. Belonging to Aviation, which is about to seal its merger with Korean Air, and as part of that deal, Aviation Cargo will be no more. I believe part of the deal was that Aviation would relinquish its cargo operations and sell them to other carriers. So we may not be seeing the Aviation Cargo brand for too long. We may not see the Aviation brand for too much longer, for that matter. I don't know what the plans are for the rebranding of those joint airlines. Back to the other 747 we have right in front of us. Robbie Batista says hello, everyone, and good evening. Hello to you. Robert Dixon, yes, we did get a 2-for-1 there as far as the planes coming and going. It worked out. Curtis Marduz, channel member, says, Spotter, been a while. We're happy to have you here. Smoke and Slice Barbecue says, Walt, next time you go to Love Field, could you possibly do a video as you're going into park? I've wanted to go there and watch planes, just not sure where to park, and it would be okay. The last few times I've been to Love Field, I'm parking on top of parking garage C, which is the 7th floor, on the south end of it. And there's nothing going on there on most days. I've had police and security kind of swing by me a few times. But I think one time recently a police officer stopped, asked what I was doing. I said what I was doing. So he said, you got a lot of equipment there. I say, yeah. Told him what I'm doing. I'm always happy to let any security people see what I'm up to, because I've got nothing to hide, and I want to make sure they are satisfied with the knowledge that I pose no threat to aviation. I'm a friend of aviation. So yeah, Richard Leopold says, I imagine just pull into the parking garage, go up to the roof. It's a really great view from over there at Love Field. You know, the one wish an aviation enthusiast would have would be that there would be more variety of airlines there. It's pretty much just Southwest. We get a couple of Delta flights a day and maybe one or two Alaska, although I haven't seen Alaska there in a while. But I am told they still do fly in and out of there to Seattle. Delta flies their 717s in and out, which is fun to see, because that's the only place around here you're going to see a 717. And speaking of seeing things, we're not seeing anything right now, are we? The next two planes that are coming in are arriving on the east side. American Flight 2533 from Philadelphia is next. It's an Airbus A321 Neo. As you can see, the cargo bay doors are now closed on this UPS 747, so we should be seeing it on the move pretty soon here. Did I miss this? I did miss this. Stuart Kircher has become a quad jet member of Runway DFW, and Stuart, thank you so much for that. Stuart favored us with a super chat earlier, and now he is our newest quad jet member, the highest level. So thank you, Stuart. And I missed this one as well. BK with a $4 super chat. Modern, sleek, handsome, cosmic-looking beauty, the A300. So that was a while back. I'm sorry I missed that while you were sending that to us. But I do appreciate your support of the channel. And Curtis Mardu is a member for 15 months, saying good evening as we get an inspection of the plane there. Walter Runway DFW family, just got home from work, going to relax watching my favorite airline. A week from Saturday, I'll be heading to Seattle via DFW. Well, have a good connection. I hope you don't have to switch terminals, but if you do, it should be okay. We can see flashlights going around the plane. I guess they're making a final check. We have another Martin airplane coming in, another Cessna 208B Super Cargo Master arriving from Tyler. I hear it. Let's see if we can see it. There it is. From the year
1995.
So, a little newer model than the others we'd seen this evening. But meanwhile, the big girl over here where 4 is greater than 2 is, I think, getting ready to move. Another Quadjet member, want to get up, go ahead, is joining us. Thank you so much for that. Michael Baker says, I wish Houston Intercontinental Bush had an observation area set up like DFW. Always loved taking my lunch break there. And Tanya over there at UPS headquarters says, I'm going home, you guys. The pushback, the big pushback. It's a 747-8. It's going to Louisville. It's flight 765. This is a 5-year-old queen of the skies. Curtis Mardu says there is a viewing area at Houston. They usually park by the central cargo area where you can see the A, B, and the C terminals. That sounds like a good spot. We'll go from our lame camera there to this one, which is a little more nighttime friendly. But even then, it's pretty dark because there's no light. There's no light really falling on the 747 from our vantage point, except a little ambient light from here at the Founders Plaza. Sometimes car headlights will illuminate the planes over there as they pull out. We'll have a safe trip back to Louisville. Get a kind of a sense of how big those wheels are next to a person. And now comes the decoupling. MR Rice, today. There we go. Great view on the Queen. Pull out at UPS terminal. Walt, did you hear the sad news out of Charlotte Airport? I did. An American Airlines ground crew member was struck and killed by a ground vehicle, as I remember reading that story. Quite an unfortunate incident. And you can see, by this, looking here, you get kind of an indication of how much is going on the ground around an airplane, which is pulling out, or even an airplane that's parked. And so I'm sure that that was a terrible thing to witness. The Peacock A380 says, wow, it almost feels like we're in the cockpit. And Gavin Hamilton says, insane strength of the tow bars. Yeah. Bazooka with a Australian $7.99 super chat. Hey Walt, the Qantas taking off and the Asiana landing was awesome. Greetings from Geelong, Victoria, Australia. And I hope I didn't mispronounce that. Of course, you've got a lot of great aviation streams that originate down under. Sid Squad is just epic. And there are a few others. I can't remember all their names right now, but there's no shortage of great aviation streams emanating from Australia and New Zealand. And that's the cool thing about YouTube, is that you get to see places that you may never have a chance to go in person, but you kind of feel like you're going there. So even though this is going to Louisville, and sometimes the Louisville-bound planes do go over to the east side, it looks like this one is on a vector to take off on runway 18 left.
Okay, I see what happened there. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be in the Bravo. I'm going to tell you if there's any traffic out there, if you'd like. Cheetah from Tango, I was thinking Athens a little bit closer. Looks like you got about 80 miles or so. I would probably go back to our last assigned frequency. I think they were thinking you were going to Addison instead. Probably give them a call and they can hook you up with a flight following code and all that for you. You're welcome.
So this will be another highlight of our kind of spare. I don't want to call it a spare stream. We've had a lot of fun, but it has definitely not been the busiest of evenings here at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. We should see another run of planes before we go, as far as activity. Looks like there's an American Airlines flight to San Francisco, which is waiting to take off, but I'm going to say that first dibs goes to the Queen.
American 2452, Tower, good evening, caution to the wake server, runway 18 left, line of wait.
20 left, line of wait, American 2452.
UPS 765, heavy contact squad, good night, y'all.
Over to departures, good night. UPS 765.
Somebody was asking earlier about the age of planes, and I did want to mention that you can, I think, you can cross-reference the age of planes, many planes, at a site called airfleets.net, which has the history of an aircraft, if you know the registration number. This American Airlines flight off to San Francisco.
American 2063 on out to Laren, runway 18 left, take off.
That must be heavy. It's really used up a lot of the runway there.
Runway 1678, DFW Tower, good evening, runway 18 left, line of wait.
18 left, line up for wait, runway 1678.
American 2452, contact squad, good night.
Departure, American 2452.
American 2063 is this 737-800. It's off to Guadalajara, Mexico.
Turning 1678 on out to B Park, runway 18 left, take off.
We're at B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff, clear wing 1678.
Next out of the chute is Spirit Flight 1768 to Los Angeles.
American 2063, contact squad.
It's an Airbus A320neo.
Envoy 3614, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, line of wait.
18 left, line of wait, envoy 3614.
So look at this. After having nothing in motion for quite a while, it's just like one after the other here on the west side of DFW Airport on this Tuesday evening. Little reminder, we've got kind of a double feature for you here tonight. Well, of course, the other part of the double feature doesn't have anything to do with me, but it has to do with our friend Kevin at Wellington Flights Live.
1678, contact Sparknet. Departure CS Berlin.
And in about an hour and 45 minutes, he's due to fire up his stream from Wellington. So I hope you can tune into that. We will direct your views to him when we finish up. Here's American Eagle Flight 3614. It's going to Amarillo, Texas. This is an Embraer 175 on Runway DFW After Dark. I know why I'm not hearing. You know what? I'm not hearing. Usually, when you when there's a super chat or something like that, I'll hear a little ding, and you'll see a message on the screen. And for some reason, that has been unchecked here now. So I will check it again. So you'll be able to share that with me. Jack Lorad from OKC. Love DFW. Just wish we had more variety. Well, what are you going to do? Our friend Josh Aldrich in Oklahoma City says, bedtime for me. Y'all have a good night and thank you for watching. Josh, thank you for being a member of the channel and for being such a great moderator. We appreciate your efforts. And have a good rest. Frontier is next up. Flight 3885 with Hugh the Manatee on the tail. There's Hugh. This is off to Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A321 Neo on Runway DFW.
771, runway 18 left on quick. American 771, 18 left on quick.
We welcome Jack Lorad, who's new here. Thank you, Jack. Kevin says you got a Federal Express landing on the east side. I may have missed it because you sent that message a few minutes ago. Let's see here. I do believe that I have overlooked that flight. Sorry about that.
Runway 3344, DF7, runway 18 left on quick.
18 left on quick, runway 3344.
Here is Flight 771, American Airlines. This is going to Albuquerque. It's a 737-800.
Runway 3344 on after Laren, runway 18 left for takeoff.
One after Laren, clear for takeoff, 18 left on board 3344.
And you hear the next flight being cleared for takeoff before this plane even left the ground. Do a little swish pan there. Get this American Eagle Embraer taking off. This is flight 3344 going to Harlingen, Texas.
American 1797 on at the depart from when they left, clear for takeoff.
On that depart, 20 left, clear for takeoff. American 1797.
I'm over 30. I'm over 3344, contact departure, good night, yeah.
Quarter departure, runway 3344, good night.
American 1798, DFW Tower, runway when they left, line of fleet.
20 left, line of way, American 7.
Jack says I was possibly thinking of making the drive this Saturday to DFW to plane spot all day. Well, I only have one recommendation for you in that instance. And that is to be prepared. There's no restroom facility here at Founders Plaza. So, you know, just take that into consideration. Plan the big planes you want to see most around your personal needs, let's say. Flight 1798 is off to San Diego, California, an Airbus A321 that's there kind of poking its head in there on the left side of the screen.
American 1796, contact departure, good night.
American 1797, good night.
Kevin says, time for bed. Good night, Walt. Good night to you, Kevin. Thank you for watching tonight. We hope to see you again soon here on Runway DFW.
American 1798 on at the depart from when they left, clear for takeoff.
On that depart, clear for takeoff, 20 left, American 1797.
Jack says, loves how there is ATC audio coming over the speakers here at Founders Plaza. Yeah, you don't have to bring a radio or tune into an internet stream. You can hear it all going on. Just plop yourself down in front of one of the speakers.
Runway 4173 on after Laring, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, on that plane, on board 41.
American 884, descend, runway 18 left, line of fleet.
20 left, line of way, American 884.
American 1798, contact departure, good night.
1798, going departure, good night.
As I was panning over there, I was looking over on, you see it there. There's a big crane over there. I think it's on the other side of the airport. I think at Terminal C, which are doing a big makeover at as part of upgrades here at DFW Airport. I think Terminal C is the parking structure they're going to either tear down or build a new one. It'd be a big, tall, new parking structure. I'm kind of hoping it'll be tall enough that we can use that as a broadcast platform in the future. But we'll see about that. Off to Las Vegas, flight 884, American Airlines. This is an Airbus A321neo.
American 1084 on after Laring, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
On after Laring, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 7. Good evening, American 1778, ILS 18 right, departure west.
American 1778, DF Tower, thank you, winds are 1706, runway 18 right, clear to land.
Good land, 18 right,
American 1199,
1778.
DF Tower, runway 18 left, line of fleet. American 884, contact departure, good night.
So we've got American Flight 1778 about to land from Las Vegas. It'll be an Airbus A321neo. We have a Runway DFW membership gift from Just Plains Crazy. Thank you so much for that. And we welcome our newest member, Roger Scott. Very cool. I don't know where this comes from. It says, wow. Did I put that up? Stuart says, wow, Mr. Camera Guy, you look like you're in your 30s. Well, thank you for that. If you double that, if you double 30 and then add 12 years, you're getting, that's kind of my ballpark. So I'm flattered, but of course you don't get to see a very close up. I don't allow close ups really of me, so. I think we've got another UPS flight backing out here. We will investigate that momentarily. That was flight 1199 off to Fresno, California, 737-800. And we've got another Airbus A300 about to make the scene. This is going to Ontario, California, flight 761. There it is there.
Left clear takeoff, right 190 up to 10,000.
This is a 22-year-old plane. And it's not wasting any time pulling out, is it?
Go 6296, contact Sparks. Let's see you guys.
Order Park, 696, we'll see you tomorrow.
So once again, this is going to Ontario, California. And let's see if we can catch this American flight coming in from Las Vegas, flight 1778. Airbus A321neo. It is 9:30 here on Runway DFW.
Rocking in the nighttime.
And you continue to be watching Runway DFW After Dark. Walt here with you for probably about another hour of aviation activity from one of the world's busiest airports, although you wouldn't guess it by tonight. But, you know, we'll see some more action before the evening is over. Tim Heasley says, I watch a few live plane spotting channels, and yours is by far the clearest and most beautiful channel. Thank you so much, Walt. Thank you, Tim, for those kind comments. You know, we've got a lot of really good competition out there. And I really don't consider it competition because nobody's, you know, we're not, well, I guess sometimes we have some of our colleagues broadcasting at the same time as we do. That's just the way things are. But, you know, anybody who does this really wants to do it. It's not, you know, it's not all that lucrative, really, as a business. At least not, you know, when you're this level of YouTube-dom. It's just great fun. It's just so nice to be able to interact with you wherever you are in the world, to show you what's happening here, and you know, encourage you to go visit your local airport if you have one nearby you, even if it's a small airport. It's just fun to watch the planes come and go and hear them roar. As we watch Flight 2707 and Airbus A321, American Airlines heading to Austin, Texas, the state capital.
American 1778, traffic will be holding in position at Golf 8, cross runway 18 left, come to ground 185.
Cross 18 left at Golf 8, ground 185.
So we have a lot of flights getting ready to take off here. And we have flight 1992 coming in from Seattle. This will be an Airbus A321, American Airlines. Let's see if we can get a flight coming in for a change here. If you're new to Runway DFW, we welcome you, and we try to be on the air at least twice a week. I effort to be on the air 3 times a week, but that doesn't always work out. But we're glad you found us, and we hope you'll watch again, tell your friends, share our stream with others.
And our American 1809 will be ready.
Connie 9772, heavy despair, yep.
Connie 9772, holding short 1 right.
9772 heavy, it's Yankee cross runway 18 right, hold short of runway 18 left.
Okay, cross Yankee 18 right, hold short 18 left.
American 2797, contact departure next.
Going to American, good night, American 2797.
Envoy 3412, on after Laren, runway 18 left, up take off.
Here we have, as you can see, Kalitta Air, or DHL, operated by Kalitta Air. It's a 777 freighter going to, okay, this is a new one for me, Oscoda, OSC. Oscoda. I honestly have no idea. This is a 15-year-old 777 freighter. Okay, now I'm curious. I gotta look up Oscoda. For as long as I've been broadcasting here, I've never seen Oscoda Wirt Smith Airport.
Cross 18 right, Charlie to Charlie 5, American local 179.
Hotel Gabriela, 576 is on the island 1 east right.
992 cross 18 left, Whiskey Lima, contact ground 185.
18 left, Whiskey Lima, ground 185. Okay, that makes sense.
Almost 3412, contact departure next.
Departure, good night.
Last 576, Gift Tower 11706, caution weight Evans, there will be departing here heavy Airbus off the parallel, runway 18 right, to the left.
Cross land 18 right, on 576.
Oh, it appears to be somewhere in Canada. Okay. Oscoda. Looks like that is on a trajectory to go over to the east side of the airport for departure.
One heavy on that Valerian, runway 18 left, good takeoff.
Alright, Valerian clear for takeoff 18 left, UPS 721.
Triple cargo 464 heavy, DFW Tower, good evening, winds are 170 at 6, runway 18 right, good land. 18 right, good land. Envoy 3678, cost for the wake turbulence, departing heavy Airbus, runway 18 left, your discretion, line up the wake.
18 left, line up wait, Envoy 3678.
1809, you good to go next?
Here goes the A300 off to Ontario, California. That's the sound of a new subscriber. Welcome to our new subscriber.
UPS 761 heavy, contact spark. Good night,
An Alaska Airlines jet about to touch down. And that particular aircraft coming to us from Seattle, Flight 576, 737-800. Kind of lost our shot there, didn't we? Well, the random spotter says that airport we were just talking about is in the lower mitten of Michigan. Okay, I've ever just heard it described that way, but it's perfectly logical.
Envoy 3678,
all right.
Valerian, runway 18 left, good takeoff.
Valerian, 18 left, clear for takeoff, Envoy 3678.
American 1809, runway 18 left, line of wait.
Jack Lorad, who we have welcomed in tonight, says, all right, guys, bedtime, another busy day at the ER tomorrow. Everyone be careful. Flu is going crazy this season. I know. We did a story today on our, my TV station did a story today about how 2 school districts in southern Oklahoma have canceled classes for the next couple of days because of the number of absences of teachers and bus drivers and students, and they attribute it to the flu. So yeah, it is going around. Okay, A-Train Games letting us know that the former Wirt Smith Air Force Base was a strategic air command base closed after the Gulf War. Kalitta Air has a maintenance facility there. Okay. Hang on. It's aerologic time. This, if I remember correctly, is a German-based cargo carrier. This is coming in this evening from Toronto on that 777. It's a 14-year-old aircraft.
heavy DFW Tower, good evening, wind 1605, caution wake turbulence, previous arrival heavy going 777, runway 18 right, good land.
And we've seen the aerologic planes here a couple times on recent nighttime broadcasts.
Triple cargo 466 heavy, right turn Whiskey Mike and Charlie to the ramp, this frequency. Whiskey Mike, Charlie to the ramp, this Chicago.
And speaking of cargo, we have another treat for you in the Runway DFW viewing audience coming in from Anchorage. Singapore Airlines Cargo 747-400.
American 2071, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, line of wait.
It is on final approach now. So after we Take another last look at the Aero Logic as it moves into its position. We will flip around to watch the Singapore Airlines cargo plane coming in. It's about a minute away from our view here. Jamie Rock is saying the cameraman is doing a great job. Well, I'll relay my regards to the cameraman. We like to be politically correct here. It's the camera person, right?
1836, runway 18 left, not a point. 18 left, line up away, American 1536.
So yeah, another 747. We don't get it's, you know, I was kind of complaining earlier about how we're having kind of a slow night, but it's kind of perking up here. A-Train Games throwing it out there. Anyone knowing the south end runaround, the south end around taxiway will be complete on the 18s. I haven't heard anything about that. I mean, I know that they're building it. I don't know what the completion date is scheduled to be. Oh, and Luke says, unsure if it's been started yet. Well, I know there's a plan for it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the status is. Well, we're waiting on the Singapore Airlines cargo 747, and still about 30-45 seconds away.
Let's take off runway 18 left, American 1536.
Scout 6187, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, line of point.
18 left, line away.
Section 2071, contact Squad, good night.
71, good night.
So it's almost here. Yeah, we've also got a UPS 767 pulling out. So plenty of cargo action for you here at the big airport. Now awaiting the Queen of the Skies. Queen of the Skies number 3 for us tonight. 2 arrivals, or yeah, 1 takeoff, and this will be the 2nd arrival. There are nights when we don't see any, so happy to be able to bring you this one.
All right, the last 576 traffic holds in position at Alpha Cross, runway 18 left. Taxi via Alpha, Hotel Alpha, and then Bravo. And contact ground point 65 on from that Bravo switch. Good night.
I wish it had lit up its tail.
Departure, American 1536.
Can't have everything.
Scout 6187, on at the B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
So we say that's an 18-year-old plane dating back to the year 2006.
We've got Laren for our first 6 Skywest 27.
Oh yeah, that would help. Scout 6187, appreciate that. On at the Laren, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Laren, 6 takeoff, 18 left Skywest 27.
American 790, DFW Tower, runway 18 left, line of point.
18 left, line away, American 790.
Singapore 7922 heavy, right turn Whiskey Mike, and then Charlie to the ramp district. Stay patient.
Whiskey Mike, Charlie to the ramp station.
So we'll see if we can get a side shot of this plane as it heads to its DFW destination.
On at the B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV B Park, 18 left, clear for takeoff.
And now it's a 767.
American 2564,
And
runway 18 left, line of point.
luckily enough for us, this is UPS Flight 767. It is going to Louisville. And this comes to us from the year
1996.
So 28-year-old plane.
Go 6187, contact departure. Good flight.
Hi, over departure, Discovery 6187.
Kind of matches the age of some of the MD-11s that are still in the UPS fleet.
American 2564 on the depart from when it left trip takeoff.
RNAV Park 28 left trip takeoff. 564.
American 1104, DFW Tower, runway 18 left line of wait.
Runway 19 left, American 1104.
And Luke, the random spotter,
Contact departure.
tells us what we don't want to know. This is going to be taking off from the east side of the airfield, based upon its trajectory currently.
738, traffic holds in position.
It'll zigzag around as it heads over to the east side, crossing over the runways 18 right and left here on the west side. Rachel Dally Hug says, I got a great picture the other day of a Mitsubishi CRJ in front of a 747. Talk about a size difference. Yes, indeed. Ooh, I think we have a special livery over here. We do. That's the American Airlines U.S. Airways retro livery there. It's Flight 1104, an Airbus A321 going to Boise, Idaho. If you're new to the channel or new to American Airlines, American has a series of these retro liveries for airlines that are kind of in the family tree of what is now American Airlines. U.S. Airways being one of them. Well, actually, U.S. Airways was technically am I right about that? That's the one that took over American Airlines, but then changed its name to American Airlines. I can't remember now.
Good 767 Heavy, continue across runway 18 left, give way to an Airbus at Gulf on the right, then go over the bridge and cut ground point 65 on top.
Alright, clear across 18 left on Yankee, give way to the Airbus on Gulf, continue on 2165 on top of Yankee Bridge, UPS 767.
American 1104, kind of course connect.
Over to departure, American 1104.
There's a number of planes getting ready to take off on runway 18 left, and among them, is it over here? No. Well, somewhere over there we've got American Flight 7 going to Brisbane, Australia. Was that it there?
American 577, runway 18 left, line for wait.
That could be it there. It's a 7879 Dreamliner. That is the front end of the MD-11 that's parked across from us. Can't see if there's any cockpit activity yet.
American 577, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, RNFB park.
Tower American 7. 7. Yeah, we have our boats looking at our weight now. We, the structure not to depart.
Okay, fine. Go down to,
Emery Urchis has presented us with a $2 super chat. Emery, I'll get to your message in just a second. Thank you for that, though. This is American Flight 577 to Denver, an Airbus A321. I thought I heard some chatter on the radio from the pilot or from the flight deck of the American flight to Brisbane, indicating they had some more checking on their weights to do, which of course is critical on a flight of that duration. We're going to look over here for a second, because I do believe we see the Fiji Airways flight pulling out from Terminal D. That's flight 891 going back to Nadi Airport in Fiji. It's an Airbus A350-900. We can get a little closer than that. A little bit. So we'll see that taking off within the next few minutes here.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 3097.
American 2203, just to the general, and 18 left. A lot of things.
Boy, 18 left, American 2303.
Okay, Emery Urchis with the $2 super chat. Thank you for that. And the UPS plane that was taxiing was a 767. It was going over the bridge to the east side of the airport for takeoff. Here is the American Airlines Dreamliner, which will be off on that long trip to Brisbane. I believe it is the longest American Airlines flight, at least from this airport, in terms of mileage.
Takeoff 18 left, RNFB park, American 2303.
And again, I believe it's got some... It's waiting for its final statistics. Not statistics, that's not the word I'm looking for. All the data it needs before takeoff is, like fuel, number of passengers, the weight of the baggage, all that stuff's got to be calculated in order to be taking off for this overseas trip to Brisbane, which is
American 7. You're gonna have to make that turn and hold short of the runway, sir. I got people behind you. So better turn and hold short of the runway.
American 7 got it. Make your left turn.
Thank you.
It's an 8,303 mile flight with an average flight time of 15 hours and 53 minutes. And apparently this plane's got to make a turn to get out of the way of other planes, I think, while it does some final calculations.
American 2303.
Departure, American 2303.
It's looking right at us. This aircraft came in to Dallas yesterday from Philadelphia. And before that, we had had come into Philadelphia from London. So it's going pretty much all the way around the world. Not quite. Maybe 2/3 of the way. Rachel says that Fiji plane has a cool livery as well. It does. We'll get a little better look at that as it comes up to see us. Let's see if we can see it. Here it comes.
Max 364, RNF, depart runway 1 left crossing.
Fiji, I think, is the newest airline to make DFW a port of call. Or I should say the newest to DFW. It's not a new airline, obviously. American Flight 364 is taking off there to San Jose, California. Good to have Fiji there, posing right in front of the East Tower in the background. Jammy Rock saying goodnight to us. Good night, Jammy. You have the perfect name for going to bed. Jammy.
Mike 364, complex.
Good night.
Max 2079, RNF to depart from my 1 left, let's take off.
RNF depart, let's take off 18 left.
Little reminder for you, just before 10 o'clock, well, yeah, just before 10 o'clock, here in the central time zone of the USA, it is Runway DFW After Dark.
3185 to be turned with the 1707, quarter line runway 18.
We are going to be with you for probably about another 30 minutes or so before we switch over to our chat stravaganza presentation. So stay tuned for that. And then at the conclusion of our broadcast, we invite you to flip over to our friend Kevin at Wellington Flights Live for some nighttime coverage from Wellington tomorrow from our standpoint. So you go from Tuesday to Wednesday before it even becomes Wednesday here. Go figure. Look at the size difference between that A350-900 and that little Mitsubishi plane there, CRJ701ER. Graphic Sign and Design, a member for 18 months, says, Walt, thanks for the nighttime stream, my favorite. Thank you, Graphic Sign and Design, for that very nice reminder of your membership in our channel. This plane off to Omaha, Nebraska, flight 2628 to 737-800. But yeah, we got a couple of heavies getting ready to take off for international destinations.
618 kind of parking in.
Flight 3059 to Phoenix, Arizona, an Airbus A321. Next to depart.
Next 3059 on that V park runway 1 left, let's take it.
RWB Park on 1 left, take off.
Yeah, with 6400 is the channel on 1 left.
Another American Airlines Heritage livery, this one Allegheny. And you got to give credit to any livery that has a stripe down its side. It's very classic. Flight 3185 coming in from Los Angeles was that one, an Airbus A321.
3185, on the runway 1 left. Also, 1 left, next to 9891 DFW channel on 1 left on a plate traffic across country.
I'm seeing some activity over there at the UPS facility. This is the front of the MD-11. I don't see it on the radar yet, but it looks like we may get a chance to see that go off not too long from now. The Fiji Airways A350-900 looks like it's moving into position now to head out on its trans-Pacific journey to the South Pacific, to Nadi International Airport. Oh, and the MD is pushing back now. So we will get some tri-jet action for you. Hopefully it'll take off on this side. Get a nice look at that tail while we can. Fiji is doing some advertising here in North Texas. I've seen Facebook ads, and I've also seen billboards, electronic billboards, with Fiji advertising its flights to Fiji and connecting onward from there to Australia. Now you can't see very much on this shot. It's our daytime camera, but we will rectify that now. This is flight 753. In this plane, well, is
A blast from the past, 1991.
so 3 is greater than 2, as we always say. Tanya Vassour says, hey Walt, when the coyotes were all coming out during the summertime, did you ever video any of that? Because we had the coyotes coming out to the planes and sitting on K-loaders like the coyotes. We did catch the first time I ever saw them on camera, and I've heard the pilots talk about the coyotes before, but was the day that, or one of the days that our friend Jerry from Big Jet TV was here, and he spotted them, and I saw them. That was the first time I'd seen them with my eyes. And then subsequent to that, in the next few days, we did catch them once or twice, both on our day streams and on our night streams, those wily coyotes. And Luke says, this trijet is pointed in the correct direction. And he means that the correct direction for us to see it taking off from over here on the west side of DFW Airport. Rachel says, the trijets are cool. Wonder why they got away from that design. Well, you know, it really all has to do with efficiency. 3 engines are going to chew up more fuel than a more modern 2-engine aircraft. And of course, the newer engines are more efficient than the older engines, and so it all adds up. Darren G with an Australian $5 super chat. Hi Walt, thanks for all that you do. We hope you visit this time next year from, or we hope to visit you this time next year from Western Australia. Well, if you do get to make it out here, and I hope you will, and you have some time and we're here, I hope to get to meet you in person. Thank you for the super chat. And Luke notes that we've seen those coyotes many times on the streams over the past couple of years. Yeah, usually it's the audience that sees them, and I don't, because I'm just looking at a little 2-inch viewfinder, and those who have the luxury of watching on a larger screen can often see things that escape my attention. And if you were wondering about American Airlines Flight 7 to Brisbane, it's still waiting to take off. Is it moving now? I think it is moving. We may have to, as we welcome Rachel as our newest subscriber, we may have to flip around here. So get this big Dreamliner lumbering off into the sky. It's American Flight 7 going to Brisbane. Got a Frontier flight landing here. And there's the MD-11 there. So safe travels off to Australia. Let us pick up the action here. Where to go? There it is. There's that distinctive tail. We got a new subscriber whose name I could not make out. We also have a $10 New Zealand currency super chat from Stuart Kircher. Thank you. So this flight 573 doesn't say where flight 573 is going, and I'm referring to flight radar 24 when I say that. This may be our swan song tonight. After we see this depart, I will take a look at our flight manifest to see what else we might be able to bring you before we sign off. Oh. We're getting that's the first time I've seen a plane disappear into the clouds. Hello. Hey, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
It's good to see you.
Long time no see.
I know. What's new with you?
Nothing much. I just got off a flight from Vegas.
From Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, did you do some gambling?
I wish. But I was at Red Flag.
At Red Flag. I don't know what Red Flag is. Can you tell me?
Basically, it's Nellis, at Nellis Air Force Base. They do these operations with a bunch of fighter jets from all over the world. There's like 80 aircraft that fly out within an hour, and it's really
Well, hold on. Hang on.
5580 RNAV to V Park on my way left, let's take off.
RNAV to V Park, 1 left, let's take off.
Can actually interview you here. Is this working? Hello. All right. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Epic Toastman.
Epic Toastman, right?
And I did streaming from DFW and Dallas Field for a while. I took a little bit of a break, but I soon to be back.
Here, step over here. Let's see. There's the camera. That's what we're looking at there. So.
The mic is kind of stuck around.
Oh. Yeah. Well. So there you go. So Epic Toastman is here, and yeah, he was stream. You did a lot of streams.
Yeah. I did quite a bit. But when it got into the colder months, I just couldn't stream as much. And
well, you've got school and stuff
yeah,
to do,
and
right?
stuff that. But I hope to be back this spring. And I hope to continue doing it, like, even more.
Well, we look forward to seeing you here.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by.
All right. See ya.
So long. Epic Toast Man, ladies and gentlemen.
Tower American 455, ready for departure.
Take 455 on up to Laren, only one left, let's take off.
R9 Laren, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 455, thank you.
Okay, so we're winding things down here. Now let me look at what we've got as far as departures and such. Well, we do have a 767 backing out right over there. It's kind of hard to see on that camera. That's our, once again, that's not one of our nighttime cameras. But this is. That is flight 793 UPS.
$19.98.
So there you have a 26-year-old 767-300 ER.
Envoy 3491, RNS to depart somewhere in one left, let's take off.
On our Suzanne, morning, let's take 6, on the 6 p.m.
455, kind of close, take off.
Departure American 455, thank you.
Don't have a destination for this one, according to flight radar. James Lozano, a Twin Jet member for 7 months, says good evening from San Antonio. Hello, James. Thank you for your support of the channel. Kim Murphy saying howdy from Laredo. And look who's here. It's Skittles. Our friend Skittles are up there in Washington State. Greetings, everyone, she says. And the random spotter, Luke, says Skittles from her driveway. And Skittles says, "Wow, Luke, you nailed it. Just rolled in." Yes, Skittles has very long drives on her work schedule, and when she gets home, she just likes to sit back and crank up the old smartphone and watch us for a little bit before she goes inside. So welcome, Skittles. We're glad to see you. So there is Epic Toast Man saying in and out, huh? Got school tomorrow, so trying to get to that. Appreciate the hospitality. And we're glad to have you. We're glad to see you, Epic Toast Man. By the way, that's one of the great screen names, Epic Toast Man. A-Train Game says, too bad we don't have military co-located at DFW. Well, it's, we see some military jets here every now and again. Well, it is coming up on 10:30, which is the time that I've got kind of penciled in to start packing up. And again, that's because of the inevitability of sprinklers going off. And we're right up against to where the sprinklers would go off, so I don't know that we'll get a chance to see this one take off. In fact, I think we're going to have to wrap it. Well, let's see. This should be a turn and burn, really, so let's just give that a try. We have we're the recipient of a super chat, and I think it's from Skittles, so hold on a second here. Skittles with a $20 super chat. Thank you for all the kind words, Walt. It's much appreciated. Well, we appreciate you, Skittles, and thank you so much for favoring us with another super chat, and I hope to see you at Cranky Dork Fest this year. Although I know you're going, you've got a flight, you've got a trip scheduled to Down Under, do you not, I think, coming up?
Runway 3669, confirm.
Departure, good night, Runway 3669.
Good 793. Heavy RNFB Parker, mile 1 left, let's go.
6446, and the rest I can't make out. It says, hey everyone, and hello to you. Thanks for watching. Rachel says there's a little Embraer 175 ahead of the UPS, and they should go quick. The, let's see, we've got an American Airlines Airbus A319 going to Des Moines, but it looks like the UPS 767 is rolling now on runway 18 left for takeoff.
UPS 793 heavy, have a foot.
Well, all right, everyone. So we don't get sprinkled upon. We're going to end the aviation part of our broadcast tonight. Let's see. I think we have some music to be played. Do we not? Ah, yes, the forbidden music. So I would like to thank, well, a lot of people. Got to thank, first of all, our channel sponsor, James Webb, for his tremendous contributions to this channel. Thank you, James. Thanks to all of those who favored us with a super chat tonight. Much appreciated to each one of you. I thank all of our channel members. And yes, we didn't get to play our membership crawl tonight. I apologize for that. We'll do that next time. Thanks to our new subscriber, or our subscribers new and old, and thanks just for watching tonight. You've been watching Runway DFW live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in color, and we'll be back soon with another broadcast. Keep those notification bells clicked, and we'll see you soon. Happy contrails to you until we meet again. Oh, I always forget. Oh, I don't always forget, but thank you very much to all of our great Runway DFW Moderation Federation members for making sure that you have a great chat experience here on Runway DFW. Good night. Well, now it's time for the exclusive feature of Runway DFW called Chat Stravaganza. And what we do here is we play some music. I pack up, you watch me do that, and you can chat amongst yourselves whilst that all takes place. It's coming up next here on Runway DFW.
memories. Do you remember? Voice.
The hits just keep coming.
Well, I wish I had the cameras to bring it to you now, but there is the Singapore Airlines. Is that Singapore? No, it's the sorry, it's the Asiana Cargo 747-400 heading out now to Seattle. Bye. Thanks for watching Runway DFW After Dark, everyone. We're just kind of getting in under the wire before the sprinklers fire up, if they do fire up tonight. It happens around 11 o'clock. So we've got to get this all out of the way, switch things off, and we'll be back with you again soon. Hit the notification bells. Thank you so much again for your patronage of our little YouTube channel tonight. We'll see you again soon on Runway DFW. Thank you for watching. Bye. Yes, if you're still with us. When this stream stops, we will auto-magically try to send you over to our friend Kevin at Wellington Flights Live, so be sure to check his fine aviation stylings out, and we'll see you again soon on Runway DFW. Bye again.